Today in Spanish class, intermediate, we had a test on at what was at first thought to be on grammar. But it turns out it was more on comprehension. And then tested our ability to hear, write, and read the Spanish language. I had the most difficulty on the listening portion of the exam. Each part was played a total of 2 times. The first part was played twice, and the second part was played twice. Then the first part involved listening to what was presented as a phone conversation in order to answer some sentence questions. I didn't really want to say short answer because in college terminology, short answer typically means anywhere from a few sentences to a paragraph. These questions were only one sentence typically. I think I did well on the first part of the listening section, but for the second listening section part, we listened for a series of questions and then answered them in complete sentences. While there was some difficulty in hearing and being able to figure out exactly what was asked, by hearing, as historically I don't have much practice in regards to hearing, I was still able to at least attempt most of the listening section, only really leaving one question for the second part blank. After that was the reading comprehension section, which involved reading. If I recall, the second part of the reading comprehension involved reading something that gives tips on how to stay healthy for medical patients. I think I did pretty well on that. As for the first part, it involved 2 short sections, one involving a wedding, and the other part involving a quinceañera, which within the Spanish language means a celebration for when a young girl turns 15. Finally, there was the writing section, in which I was supposed to write 10 complete sentences using the past or preterite tense and the imperfect tense. So I made up a story in which during the summer I went to the beach every Sunday because I felt I could spell Domingo the best. I said that while the beach was hot, the ocean was cold, and that I played football, meaning soccer. I think it was every time with my friends. I said that I tried to say intending that one time I broke my ankle, though I may have accidentally said twice. I said that I learned how to ride a bicycle. That it was difficult at first, but I rapidly learned how to do it. I said that generally it was fun, very fun I think, to play football. I said that I sometimes forgot my bicycle because I liked football a lot. As for the last sentence, I was pretty much out of time by the time I wrote the 10th complete sentence. I just barely managed to do it. So, for the last sentence, I wrote that, in general, I had good times at the beach. This Spanish exam was a surprise for me. I didn't expect there to be an exam in my intermediate Spanish class today. Regardless, I did my best, and I think I did pretty well. Excuse me. The Magic Academy is my new best friend. In a sort of way. I already have that building. And I actually discovered a way to get diamonds to earn them for free. I can earn them for free from the Spear or Spire of Eternity event. It works like this. Thing is, I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna show what it's like. For this, I think the general best unit to use here is the light ranged unit, or the archer. Generally speaking, the harder the fights are, the better of a tactician you have to be. Regardless, I think I can win this particular battle for demonstrative purposes. Although this is not exactly the best terrain for my forces. In regards to after the class, from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., there was an Eagle Golf program, which was unique in that it was one of the few events to not be entirely virtual. A sort of course was set up. There were 2 competitions. Using 3 real golf balls, we never do that. Never do a melee attack on your opponents, because then you are at an increased risk for a counterattack. Those archers can do some serious damage, especially on someone who gets bewitched. And even a weakened melee unit can do serious damage. The first competition was to get the plastic golf balls. The first competition was to get the real golf balls as close as possible to Oh, I thought that one was going to go for this one. I'm not sure if this is truly enough. It doesn't look good for 1 versus 3. to get the three real golf balls as close as possible to a white plastic basket that was put out at a certain distance. As for the other one, this was to see how many how many swings, how many hits, how few it would take you to maneuver a plastic golf ball around some plastic. If I recall, I think they were styrofoam plates. I took 26 hits of a golf ball to do the task. And the plates in particular were set out in a sort of diamond sort of pattern. Pretty soon, the next thing I should try to do is probably to upgrade the bearings. I got some training on how to play golf from someone who used to enjoy playing it 15 years ago and this year picked the habit back up. The RD was the person who ran the program, and he was so different as the sort of golf host that I didn't recognize him until right after the event. When I got my lunch, I also got Rockstar Thermo, I think. And it's much better than the Rockstar Punch. It's calorie-free, sugar-free, and it has 300 milligrams as opposed to 240 milligrams. I recall having a Rockstar Nitro right before my criminal law class, in which we went over the written midterm questions. And after class, the professor specifically told me that I did pretty well in both the written and multiple choice true false section. This is brown rice on top of jasmine rice. Or whole wheat rice over sticky rice. This is barbecue tempeh, and this is a vegan teriyaki with snap peas and bean sprouts. Some delicious vegetables with some good flavor. As for Game Hag, well, as far as I know, I'm less than a day from turning into a frog based on what I last heard. I hope that cross-out task gets accepted. I have approximately 12 hours left. I'm hoping it gets accepted since I made the second Gadget account for crossout, since I had already used my account for the War Thunder task. My second Gadget account was made using my dad's email with his permission. Oh, and also after the golf event, I got some candy from the RA desk. 1 Whoppers, 2 mini Reese's Cups, a Kit Kat, and I think that was it.